like a Hellcat.
What's up, Laugh Traffic, and welcome. Greetings from the Laugh Lab podcast with Sean and TJ. I'm Sean, and that guy right there, the one with the awful hair, that's TJ. Well, awful, but he's got it. That's TJ. Welcome to episode 1 of the Laugh Lab. We're going to pencil whip something for you. This has been long process. I think we started, about 3 days ago putting this thing together.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, if I'm not mistaken. And, what we got is we're going to put together a little montage for you. Then we're going to we've got some fan feedback to go over, and all of that's great. But before we get into all of that, okay, we're going to hear from the folks over at SeatGeek, right? Let's hear from the folks at SeatGeek, right, DJ?
Sure. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Listen, SeatGeek, this is a great app. You download this app to your phone, and what it does is it's going to scan the web for you. If you want to go to a race, you want to go to any other kind of sporting event, a concert, anything like that, what it's going to do, it's going to scan the web. You type in what event you want to go to. It's going to scan the web for you. Not only is it going to scan the web for you, it's going to rate what it finds 0 to 10. And not only is it going to rate what it finds 0 to 10, but it's also going to color coordinate the deal that it finds you. A green dot, that marks a great deal. A yellow dot, it's an okay deal. I take a yellow dot. The red dots, don't bite on the red dots, okay? Those are bad deals. Use promo code ACAA at checkout and receive $20 off your first purchase. That's a couple beers or a couple Martinsville hot dogs, if I'm not mistaken, right, D?
Darn right.
That's right. So use that promo code ACAA at checkout. Get that $20 off. SeatGeek, life's an event, and we have the tickets. So
basically the only thing the app doesn't do is convince your wife or girlfriend that you can go.
Pretty much. So this week's montage from the Save Mart 350, brought to you by SeatGeek. On with the montage.
William Byron in a Hendrick Chevrolet comes across the line to pick up his first stage win. And the first laps he's ever led on a road course.
And that was in dominating fashion, too.
I'm going to see if I can rip me a car like that. I like that car.
Around turn 11 and to the start-finish line, Denny Hamlin's going to get his second stage win of 2019. By about 3 seconds in front of Brad Keselowski, William Byron, Joey Logano, and Ricky Stenhouse. Round the final corner to the checkered flag, Martin Truex Jr.
Way to go, baby. Way to go. Hell yeah, let's get some that possum today. You are the man. Hell yeah, baby. Here comes Kyle up beside you, bud. There you go.
Burning down the house is Martin Truex in his Joe Gibbs Toyota.
Tearing it up, the old Martin Truex. Now, look, it is no coincidence, I don't think, that we're doing our first episode after another Martin Truex Jr. win. I've been a Martin Truex Jr. fan since 04, since he was racing in the Busch Series. TJ, how old were you in 04?
14.
14, since you were 14 years old. That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
So
and now I'm 15.
So no bias here. We might as well be straight up. I'm a Martin Truex Jr. fan. TJ is a Kyle Larson fan. So neither one of them leading the points, unfortunately. Truex and Kyle Busch tied for the most wins so far this season with 4. Now, let's talk about the race itself. The only cautions that were brought out were stage breaks, right?
Stage breaks. So that race had the potential to go green from flag to flag.
It really did. And when Martin wins the race, he has Kyle Busch on his tail, 1.3, 1.4. So I think he spread it out towards the end there, but it was at 1.3, 1.6 for a long time. But third place, 33 seconds behind first and second.
Yeah, I was trying to figure out, was it because of strategy or were they just that much faster?
I think they just killed it. And you got to remember, too, Truex was on old tires.
Right.
So, when at the last stage, the last whole stage went green, there was a green flag pit stop in there.
Mm-hmm.
And Truex pitted 3 laps early, and he came out once it cycled through. he was over 8 seconds ahead of Kyle Busch.
Right.
And Kyle Busch was catching him half a second a lap. Then he was starting to catch him a second a lap almost, 8/10, something like that. And I'm like, oh, here we go again.
Mhm.
Like, you know what I mean? Like Kyle Busch is going to come through, and it wasn't like difficult to pass. It's a road courses, and they were not dealing with a lot of, downforce or aero issues, I should say. So I saw him coming, and I'm like, Truex is done.
Yeah, and Kyle Busch's nose was already dented in because he's been using it the whole race.
I know he did that with Ryan Blaney though, right?
Yeah. I think that was just one of them though. I think he roughed up Kyle Larson a little bit too.
Did he?
Mm-hmm.
Kyle Larson didn't wreck himself this week. Congratulations to
That's
him.
because there's no walls.
Congratulations to him. He didn't
Well, it's all
hit
grass.
tire barriers either. So, what did you think? So, TJ,
Yes.
you thought of something before this race. Now, I want to ask you. I mean, when you sit down and watch a race, was it a good race?
I think every race is a good race. I'm just glad they're racing.
Well,
So that
yeah. Well, I hear you.
I mean there's definitely some negative and positives to every race, but I think just because two guys are out front by 30 seconds, that doesn't mean it was a bad race necessarily. I mean, there was still action. There was cars spinning. There was passing all over the place. There was just two cars that were better than the rest of the field.
Like way better. They
Right.
just both happen to be on the same team. Now, I will say that last week, the week we skipped a week, so the week before, where were we? Where were we? We couldn't pass the leader. We could pass in the pack, but we couldn't.
Was Michigan?
Joey Logano.
Was it Michigan?
Was it Michigan? Joey Logano won?
I think so.
Oh my gosh. Anyway, I thought the race was good, but I don't like when you can't pass the leader.
Yeah.
For me, if you can't pass the leader, then you're racing for second, and that sucks.
Right.
And so, but I thought if you're racing and there's side by side racing, I don't care if it's first, second, I don't care if it's fifth, sixth, the back in the pack, even further than that, I'm fine with that as long as they're racing good and they're racing hard, and they were leaning on one another and everything. It's just, remember it used to be like a couple years ago, it was the road courses were dubbed the new short tracks. And we've seen that really all up until like just this week. I mean, how many last lap passes were there? Or were there even, when they're just nose to tail even coming?
Right.
And they were close this time, but just Kyle, he just couldn't close in. I think he used his stuff up. And Truex, I think at some point that's why he was catching Truex so fast is because he used his stuff up and Truex was knew he could save his a little bit. So with the 3-lap older tires.
Yeah.
So here's what I loved. After
Well, before we go into what you love, let's do our segment: green flag, yellow flag, red flag.
Okay, green flag.
So your green flag. What was your good takeaway?
Matt DiBenedetto.
Yeah, that was a pretty awesome story. Having him finish fourth.
Yeah.
In DW's paint scheme.
DW's paint scheme.
Mm-hmm.
My red flag. Denny Hamlin's interview. Hold the phone, bro. Hold the phone, bro. Okay, red flag. You finished fifth. Good job, dude. Good job. Okay. You were still like 40 seconds behind, man. Okay. Don't talk about, you had a car to beat him, blah, blah, blah. I don't want to hear all that. He was passing cars too, man. It's called lap traffic. Okay.
Yeah.
Come on. Poor strategy. Could have had a shot, maybe. I don't think so, though. I don't think he was passing Martin. He admitted Martin was better than him there at the first stage when Martin did pass him. But the only reason he won the stage is because he stayed out. Let's be honest. That kind of screwed him for that one playoff point.
Yeah.
I
mean, it kind of screwed William Byron, and he won the first stage. You would think he would have had plenty of time to make it up.
Yeah, true. My black flag, though, I mean, was that what it was?
Black flag.
Huh?
You're bringing the black flag into this?
Oh, you you said green, red, yellow? What is this, stoplight? What the hell is going on?
I guess we could do red flag instead if you want.
We did red flag. You said...
I mean black flag.
Yeah, Denny gets my black flag then.
Then who's your red flag?
My red flag is
Denny.
Denny Hamlin. No, you can't do red and black.
Right.
So I'll do Matt DiBenedetto my green flag. He did great. I give Denny my red flag, and then what's my other one?
Your yellow flag. So something in between.
Caution, man. Kyle Busch was coming. Kyle Busch just almost beat himself a little bit. I know he had a long way to go, but he could, if he would have eased up a little bit, he might have been able to get a little closer than that.
I'm glad we started this podcast off by saying we weren't going to be biased.
Oh no, I said I was going to be biased.
Oh. Disclaimer.
What do you got?
All right, so I think my green flag is not going to be based off of Sonoma, but rather the Gateway race, the truck race, and Ross Chastain bringing it to the boys and bringing home another win and inching his way closer to a truck playoff spot.
Okay.
I mean, I think that's a great story. Nice Motorsports and Ross Chastain, he's kind of been getting the shit end of the stick,
Whoa.
for a lack of a better word. My red flag.
Fortune to the swear jar.
And it was better late than never.
Yeah. I saw your gears going over
there. Go on. I'm listening.
Man, I should have thought about this beforehand.
You asked the question. You stumped me. All right. Well, look here. While you think about that, let's listen to Matt DiBenedetto.
All right.
Hard fought was this one, Matt.
Oh, dude, this is team effort.
Did he just call her dude though?
Yeah, he calls everyone dude. I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
How hard fought was this one, Matt?
Oh, dude, this is team effort. I'm just so lucky to be doing this. I know I say it every time I get interviewed, but my path to get here has been so out of the ordinary and old school, and I'm so thankful. I can't tell you how many people took a chance on me to have this opportunity. My sponsor, Procore, Toyota, TRD, Joe Gibbs Racing, Dumont Jets. So all these people, Bob, Sharon, Levine, and Michael, even my crew chief Wheels, he was crew chief in Denny for the past few years. All those people had to say yes and approve me getting in this car and take the chance on me. And I'm so, I don't know how to explain how thankful I am. That was so fun. My home state. My wife, Taylor, couldn't be here. Babe, I love you so much. Thank you for supporting me through all the hard times. And this one is for my buddy, AJ Allmendinger, for helping me so much. And DW, this one's for you, brother. I'm glad we got you a good finish, man. You've done so much for me. You're the best.
So, I mean, a great moment for him.
I just want to point out the fact that people say NASCAR drivers aren't athletes, but he sounded pretty winded.
Oh, he was beat. Plus, he was probably crying like a baby. So.
Yeah, true.
Think about when your wife starts crying, she starts hyperventilating and whatnot.
It's usually me who's crying.
This is usually you who's crying. Is that what you said? Because she didn't bring you beer home?
Yeah, pretty much.
All right, so.
Okay, so my red flag is also doesn't have to do with a cup race. It has to do
what the freak
with.
Are you, man?
What? It's
Go
well,
on.
it was the K&N race where Ryan Preece got hit with a penalty on the final restart, and he would have went on to win the race, but he didn't jump the restart. Even Daniel Hemrick, who started first, he said that Ryan Preece didn't jump the start. Hemrick just spun his wheels. So Preece got gypped out of a win, for what it's worth.
Yeah, no, that sucks.
So it's a terrible call.
What do you think of Daryl's last boogity? Were you expect? I was like a lot of build up for me. I at least wanted him to cry while he was doing it.
I know.
He cries so easily all the time.
Yeah.
And you know, this is what we get. This is our boogity. This is our last live boogity.
It usually is, but Mike, I've been out here since Thursday. I've done everything in the world. I got a new car to drive. I've been given trophies. People have given me hugs and kisses. But this is what I wanted. It's what I've been waiting for these cars to come off of this corner. And guys, it's showtime. Boogity, boogity, boogity. Ooh, let's go racing today, boys.
I don't know.
I mean, It still gives me goosebumps.
I know, because I just love Darrell Waltrip so much. I used to hate him, so I mean, it says a lot.
Yeah.
It's like Jeff Gordon. I couldn't stand Jeff Gordon. By the way, saw him win his last race live. By the way,
That's right. That's right. we
TJ,
did.
a longtime Jeff Gordon fan, long
Finally.
time, like in diapers.
Yeah.
And you've been to how many races, TJ? Never seen Jeff Gordon win, and then his last race that he wins in his career, you were at,
It's crazy.
and you cried.
I did.
Cried like a baby. In one of the first races, you watched Kyle Larson in. I mean, really, if you
Yeah.
put it in perspective, he won at Richmond.
Yeah. Yep. So
My
that one
son's a
came.
Kyle-
That
my
one
son's
came
a
easy.
Kyle Larson fan too, and they were both there. So, but that
We were
was
both
when
crying.
that was a ghost caution. Truex was leading that race at
Oh,
Richmond
More
by
bias.
by like 8 seconds. So NASCAR was like, oh, it's cautions, debris on the track. There's debris. Sure, there is debris on the track.
You remember the
Where?
picture?
Where?
You remember the picture that Truex and his team took with the because they won the regular
Oh my
season,
gosh, they won the
and they were
regular
just like,
season trophy, and Truex was like, "What the f am I doing up here holding this stupid ass trophy right now?"
yeah, he was like, I should
Nah,
have two of
happy
these
camper.
trophies over here.
Ended up winning the championship that year.
Was that the year?
So, yes, it was. Yeah,
Oh, wow.
yes, it was. And there was a point in time where Martin would not be that upset coming in second place or whatever he had come in that race. Maybe
I was
third.
upset about everything. Everything but first.
I mean, at least my driver's not out there every week wrecking himself.
Yeah, this is true.
You know, like, oh, Kyle Larson to the, oh, no, never mind. He hit the wall. So, anyway, all right. Do we want to talk about Chicagoland?
Yeah, sure. Let's talk about Chicagoland.
Well, let's see if I got anything left for. I got Martin's interview, but I won't bore everybody with that.
Okay.
Martin Truex Jr., third time at Sonoma, fourth time this season. You get to victory lane here. What an impressive run at the end of that race on old tires. Kyle had fresher tires and was coming for you. How did you hold him off?
Just dug down deep and tried to be smooth and hit my marks. And luckily I was able to have a big enough gap where I could settle in and not feel too much pressure. But it was definitely difficult. That was the longest race there at the end for us on tires, and it felt terrible the last 20 laps. I mean, the last 10 it was just like on ice, just no grip anywhere. But just really proud of all these guys and everybody on this Bass Pro Shops, Camry, everybody at TRD, everybody back at JGR, all the fans, just auto owners, everybody who helps make this thing possible. What a season we've turned this into, and I want to say thank you to DW for all you've done for us, buddy. It's been an honor to watch replays with you calling the races and stuff. I mean, it's just I've been a big fan a long time, so I want to thank you for that, and wish you the best going forward. But this group, man, they're unbelievable. Hopefully we can keep this going.
A number of drivers look at your data at this racetrack. They can't duplicate it. What is it that you have figured out on this track that they can't?
Can't tell you that, man. Come on. I mean, through the years, you've seen guys figure things.
He goes on to say that, basically they figured it out during practice. So, he has figured 3 out of the last 5 trips to Sonoma, he's won.
Merlot Martin.
Yeah, Merlot Martin. He's won at Dover 3 times, and he's won at Sonoma 3 times.
And they're all his home track, right?
Yeah, every track is Martin's home track, right?
Yeah.
I mean, he was out in Colorado for a bit, so anything out west is going to be home track too, right?
Everything.
New
Everything's
Jersey, anything
connected.
north and south in New Jersey is his home track. So
Yeah, so Pocono,
it's
Black
like
and
the,
Sled.
what is that? The three. What's that Kevin Bacon game they play?
Yeah, it's called Kevin Bacon. Or the 7
7 degrees of Kevin
7
Bacon.
degrees of stuff. Yep.
Something like that. Yeah, you do that with Martin and just about every track. So anyway,
26 degrees of Martin Truex.
finally, we're gonna get to consecutive weeks. It's always kind of a bore when we have a week off.
I know. Even if it is fun.
You're gonna work on guests for the show, right? You're gonna work on guests for the show, right?
Sure. Hmm. Yeah, I got some lined up. Yep.
No. Okay, so we're gonna go straight to Chicagoland. Kyle Busch won there last year, right?
Yeah, was this slide job?
Was that slide job?
I think it was slide job.
It might have been. It was a Skittles car. I know that much. Red car.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
And you got quietly Joey Logano in first place. He had a rough go at Sonoma, still holds the lead. So
He still holds the lead for what?
the points lead.
Kyle Busch doesn't?
No, it's Joey Logano.
Oh.
You know these things before you start your podcast, folks. This is the face behind your. He's so busy making memes. That he actually doesn't pay attention to the points. You know why? He doesn't.
Oh my gosh, he's only 1 point ahead of Kyle Busch. Does that even count?
See, yeah, that counts. It counts. That's pretty good keeping that lead though.
Yeah, it is pretty good.
Joey Logano good at these type tracks. He won at Michigan. It's kind of similar. You're talking about a mile and a half.
Well, and Penske's just been strong all year.
Penske and Joe Gibbs.
Yeah.
So how do you see it? Where we got power rankings coming into Chicagoland. You want to hear my top 5?
Sure.
Okay. You can agree or disagree. You let me know. Okay. Number 5, Chase Elliott.
Okay.
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 Number 4. Four's kind of tough.
4 is kind of tough.
Maybe I'm gonna do Kyle Larson. Then I'm gonna do Joey Logano. Then I'm gonna do at second. I'm gonna do Martin Truex Jr. And
you don't want to be too greedy.
And then I'm gonna put Kyle Busch, because Kyle Busch, well, he obviously closed the gap, and he was just right there again, and finished in second place to his teammate. So, I mean, better to finish second to your teammate than someone else, I suppose, coming out of the same stable. So, what's your top 5?
Well, I'm very surprised that you put Kyle Larson in there, but
going into Chicago, I feel like it's gonna give him some momentum.
And I think they've been running a little bit better this past 2 weeks.
Yeah. So anyway.
All right, so my top 5, I'm actually gonna go with Kurt Busch.
Oh, Kurt Busch is a good one. Kevin would have been a good one for 4th too.
Yep. Let's see. I would say Kurt Busch 5th, and then I would say Denny Hamlin 4th.
What? Did I do that?
It's interchangeable between. I think it's interchangeable between. I don't know. I want to put Kevin Harvick up there, but he's not. I don't know.
He slipped the past couple weeks, in my opinion.
Yeah, and then I'm going to go with Kyle Busch, Truex, and Logano.
Really? You're putting Logano at the top, even though he laid in a goose egg over at California?
Yeah.
All right. What do you have driver ratings for Chicagoland? Because I know Kevin Harvick's was tough there. I mean, his driver rating there has got to be pretty good.
So top 3, Truex, Harvick, and Larson.
Really?
Yeah.
Holy cow!
Average finish for the top 3 respectively: 2.5, 3, and 3.5.
I mean, can Truex win his first back-to-back? Is that a possibility? That's so hard to do in this sport. Could he possibly win his first back-to-back races?
First of the season or first ever?
First ever.
Really? That's surprising.
He's ever won back-to-back. I don't even think he's ever won back-to-back in the Busch Series back in the day.
Crazy.
Yeah. He only had 12 wins in the Busch Series, ran there 2 years, 6 each season, won 2 championships, beat Kyle Busch out twice, by the way. Yeah. There's your fun fact for the day.
Fun fact.
So Kyle Busch was actually running full-time Cup and Busch Series. Well, what was then the Busch Series, Xfinity Series, full-time Cup and Xfinity in the second, in that second year in 2005. So, all right, hey, and you know what? We're gonna bring on our good buddy Joe. If you like to do DraftKings and maybe that's your thing, we got DraftKings Joe. He kills it all the time in DraftKings, and sometimes he asks for my advice, but sometimes he just, he pencil whips it and he does a good job. So we're going to bring him on maybe we'll get him on next week to do the pre-race for
Daytona. I should have known
Oh,
that.
that's-
4th of July.
That's right. It's Daytona.
Daytona.
So maybe we'll
Coke,
get
zero sugar.
maybe we'll get him to come in for that. So anyway, you got anything else, TJ?
Oh wait, I want to give some shout outs to people who commented on the
Oh yeah,
the
let's go through some
polls.
comments real quick. We got a
The
little bit of
fan.
All right, just do the top 5.
Okay, top 5.
Top 5 fan in what was the question?
My question was, what was either the best or worst part of Sonoma?
Okay, or both. Right.
Or both, yeah, whatever.
Right. Let me get your top 5.
All right, so
No particular order.
gotcha. 23 Meme Racer said best was DW's final boogity. Worst, literally everything after that.
Really?
Yeah.
I disagree with that, but that's okay. So he didn't like the race, needless to say.
Right. A lot of people didn't. How about that? Let's see. Sorry, I'm like scrolling through. Oh, Stinky Treat says best part of the weekend was experiencing my first cup race in person. The
Oh, that's
racing
awesome.
was fun to watch.
Congratulations. Congratulations. That's awesome.
Yeah, that is awesome.
Yeah.
Jarrett DeBoss.
Treats?
Yep, Stinky Treats.
Okay.
Jarrett DeBoss said best part was Kyle Busch not winning, and the worst was DW leaving and Ryan Preece getting screwed.
That's my favorite so far.
Mm-hmm.
I agree with everything in there, and he said 3 things. So.
Yep.
Right? What was his name? Give him a shout again.
That was Jarrett DeBoss.
Okay, Jarrett DeBoss.
How about
Yeah.
Yeah. Brendan Clowns.
Sure.
Welcome to the butcher shop. Welcome to the butcher shop where we butcher everyone's name.
Yeah.
I'm assuming it's his best. It says Matt DiBenedetto passing JJ and then running down Kevin Harvick from 7 seconds behind and finishing 4th.
Yeah.
That was epic.
Really good. Past Denny Hamlin, by the way. Or wait, no, past Jimmy Johnson. Definitely did do that.
I'll just do one more.
Okay.
Addicted to Speed Maine said Truex winning.
There we go.
But I don't know if it's the best or the worst part. So
The best. That's what it is. All right. That's it. Listen, I am going to put the show together next time. I'm not going to rely on TJ. I do another show. So, I mean, I'm like basically a professional. So, I'll put it together. And maybe we can get TJ to go on the interwebs before we come on, and that way he knows like who's leading the points, what race is next.
I didn't have any resources or anything.
Basic stuff. So, anyways, want to thank everybody for listening. TJ, where can they follow us at?
You can follow us at NASCAR_the_laugh_lap on Instagram. And we're going to put it up on YouTube on the Laugh Lap.
The Laugh Lap on YouTube. And then _the_laugh _lap last lap underscore.
Yep. Mm-hmm. I was going to say, you almost forgot the last one.
On Instagram.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Right. Probably just go into the search bar and search the Laugh
Lap.
Probably be your best bet.
No underscore.
Don't get too used to the imageries there.
Yeah. Or maybe do that and just not get used to this.
Oh yeah, there you go. All right. So that's it for TJ. I'm Sean. Thank you, SeatGeek. Thank you to all of you for listening. And we will be back next week. So thank you. Peace.